At any rate, is your pack not overburdensome? Ugh, you carry so much. I worry for your poor spine.
It certainly isn't easy work, but I am proud to be counted upon.
Pray, slow your feet. You run too fast for the likes of me.
Let us endeavor to keep up, though we are...
Well, that appears to have sent some of the beasts reeling, at least. To finish the job, I'd have you drop a jar of poison into their nest. With any luck, the Saurians will realize that they chose a perilous spot and steer clear of the village boundary in future. But pray, take care not to drop it in the river. The villagers use that water on a daily basis. You must make sure your aim is true. Are we clear? Good. You'll find the jars of poison just outside the village. Toss one into the Saurian's nest, and your task is done.
A single jar of poison ought to send those Saurians packing. Only, do be mindful not to spill any on yourself, Master.
Ingredients are plentiful hereabouts.
No harm in picking a few. Well done, Master. Those Saurians shan't dare approach the village for some time, thanks to your efforts.
My heart is light as a feather after that exchange.
You've done as I asked, I see. Many thanks for your efforts. And I must say, you've a fine arm. I couldn't have done better myself. Watching you got me thinking. Mayhap you've the sense to inherit the skills I possess. Or perhaps 'tis a little early for such talk. In any event, thanks to the work you've done for us today, the rebuilding efforts ought to proceed apace. And for that, I'm grateful.
A splendid accomplishment.
Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Very well. Speak with me once... Make haste, then. We must leave anon. Good. Then let us be on our way.
Haven't you a lantern arisen? Goblin!
We have no means of exploiting our enemy's weakness. Douse the flame before it is too late.
I'll turn you into a big pigeon.
I shan't let it on.
At last, the moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up.
The Arisen is the lawful ruler of Vermund. So it has always been. To claim the title is to claim the throne. Yet, not all claims are true. Our kingdom sees many pretenders.
The stars glimmer gorgeously this night.
I quite agree.
Find a Slayer skin.
Think nothing of it.
Splendid.
Over so soon? I would seem to have come through unscathed.
Well, I'm sure there's still room for improvement.
This is for you, Master. I thought it might come in useful. I've a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
This obstacle shan't get the better of us. There must be a way to remove it. Ranged attacks are my speciality, Master. Shall I assist?
You are in need of healing. Allow me. Wait a moment.
And here I was hoping for some great treasure. Ah, now I feel a fool.
We cannot expect gleaming treasures round every corner. Most sensible, Master. You'll be able to move much more freely with a lighter pack.
If I might be so bold as to speak my mind, the private quarters of one Arisen I served had many a visitor, and rarely the same one.
You've given me much to think about.
Hold here a moment. I shall bid them open the gate.
Who's that you've brought with you, Watchhead, sir?
An Arisen, by all appearances.
An Arisen? Another pretender, you mean? I see the Sovereign's ascension has done little to stop such charlatans from plying their trade.
'Tis uncertain. This one commands the loyalty of the pawns.
What? Impossible. You know as well as I do that there can be but one Arisen, and he's up in the palace.
I'm well aware of how preposterous the idea is, thank you. However, as I do not believe it my place to rule on such a matter, I will make my report to the capital. If the claim is false, we will be rewarded handsomely for our trouble. If the claim is true, however, who can say? All's been arranged. Come, let us pass through the gate.
I get just about anywhere.
An ox cart was meant to meet us, yet 'tis nowhere in sight. Aught may have befallen it. Best we press on.
A treasure chest! Oh, I can hardly wait to open it!
Not all chests contain treasure, you know.
The indignity of it.
You're staring, Arisen. Has aught yonder caught your eye?
What fell magics have brought these decrepit bones to life?
Expecting mercy! Is everyone all right? More marks of the dragon's fury. Its rampage must have weakened the earth here.
The creature's corpse will serve us well.
Go right ahead.
Pleased to make your acquaintance.
Ah, a material. Useful things, these.
I'm sure we'll find a purpose for it in due time. You have my protection.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you. I could look upon this sky for all...
I dare say the cart shan't be traversing this. Onward! It might await us on the road ahead.
I'll turn you into a pit cushion.
Did anyone else see that? Orc catches the light.
Let us ponder how best to proceed.
Arisen! You've been home? That's the spirit!
Glad to be of service. Well said.
pray, allow me to open yon chest. You're welcome to take whatever you like from my pack, Master. I'd gladly see you put what I find to good use.
this? We're trapped.
Fine! A Cyclops! To think we'd encounter one here of all places.
The Cyclops. Brave beyond your mind.
We've got hold of the enemy!
I like that.
We've got the beast reeling. If we keep this up, we'll knock its feet right out from under it.
I shall lead the charge.
There's a foe I'd never smell if I may. Sovereigns can't by my own master. Do I trouble you to assist me?
We must spare no effort against this.
Foe, lest we suffer bitter defeat.
So it goes. On my way.
It seems well suited to our purposes, if you ask me.
It is a glad thing we can unleashing it during combat won't fluster our foes. Well done.
Fall back! Have my gratitude, sir. Could see I misjudged you. I had taken you for another Force Arisen. Goodness knows we see a lot of them. Yet the value you showed in coming to our aid has dispelled such thoughts. Give it to one of the sentinels stationed at the gates to the capital, and you'll be granted an audience with Captain Brandt. You're free to make your own way to the capital now. I see no need to keep you under constant watch, and I'm sure you'll breathe a little easier as well, aye? Of course, if you'd rather continue to accompany us, you are still welcome to join us on the ox cart. 'Tis your decision. Ah, here's the cart now. Do you intend to join us? Very well. Board the ox cart and we'll be off.
An ox cart ought to make our journey easier.
They can be most convenient, though they travel only during the day. At last! The moment I've been waiting for. Allow me to gather these up. Methinks there are rare materials to be found hereabouts.
Well spotted. Shall we see what we can find?
While travelling beyond the rift, I uncovered a treasure chest hidden in this very locale. Shall we seek it out?
We've got goblins! The fire must be put out ere our comrade burns. I shan't let them harm you. It was excellent. I could have done no better.
Nothing of it!
I like that!
got a good feeling about this one.
An astounding discovery. Indeed. Good on you for being so observant.
Goblins! What rotten luck! We've need of your aid again, sir.
Heal yourself. I'm counting on you.
What a last!
Well fought, Dawson. Keep on like that and we'll be done here soon enough.
Huzzah! You've done it.
Seems we drove them off. You've my thanks for aiding us. Vernworth isn't far from here. Will you join us the rest of the way? All right. Into the ox cart, then.
I was informed of your coming, would-be Arisen.
Captain Brandt, this individual summoned a pawn through a rift stone. Several witnesses can attest to it. Though I admit I had my doubts at first. It would seem this is no mere deceiver.
This one's not a bad sort. Saved our hides on the way here.
As decreed by the great will of our world, there can only be one Arisen. That Arisen now resides within the palace. Indeed, he is our sovereign and the rightful ruler of Vermont. It follows, therefore, that this ruffian before us is naught but a pretender. You must submit to questioning. If you value your life, you will not attempt to flee. I shall conduct the interrogation myself. Stand watch outside. I beg your forgiveness for my insolence, Your Majesty. If the Queen Regent had learned of your existence, I fear your life would have been in peril. I had no choice but to treat you as a pretender, lest my actions draw suspicion from watchful eyes. Then you have truly lost your memory? In that case, mayhap I ought to explain the situation before we proceed. You and no other are the sovereign, the only legitimate ruler of this kingdom. Some days passed. You confronted the dragon in the village of Melv, whereupon you became arisen. The people rejoiced, for our true liege had finally appeared, ending Ramon's long years of council rule. Yet, not all celebrated your coming. Your arrival would have robbed the Queen Regent Disa of everything. During the time of the previous council, she acted as a queen in her own right, ruling the palace as she saw fit. And just after the consul's passing, when 'twas all but certain that her son would take his father's place, word reached the castle that the Arisen had been found. To Disa, your Majesty's very existence is naught but an obstacle to her own family's continued prosperity. The assassination of the Arisen is an impossible feat for mortal hands. Thus, Disa chose to abduct your Majesty while you recovered from your wounds, in order to rob you of your memory with a fell curse and sell you to Batal as a slave. Following that, she prepared a replacement to serve as the sovereign in your stead, a mere puppet. However, with your Majesty returned, I have no intention of twiddling my thumbs as Disa plays her games. I shall devise some plans to further our cause. Pray, visit me a night in a tavern that we might discuss them. This one's cleared of all suspicion and has my permission to remain in the capital. You are to trouble the good sir no further. Are we clear? The city will prosper upon the sovereign's ascension.
Pray forgive me, I'm in a bit of a hurry.
Consign it! Get back here! You there! Did you see an urchin in a cap run past just now? Can you tell me which way he went? Many thanks. I'll catch that wretch yet.
You're a kind one, aren't you? 'Twould seem I am in your debt. In fact, there's aught I would ask of you if you've the time to spare.
Aha! There you are!
Oh, apologies, but our chat will have to wait. Till next we meet. Farewell.
Take a better mind than mine to solve this.
Only care I have is
Lots
how
to do.
to spend the
And
day.
precious little
Just
time.
nodded off for a moment there.
Those new recruits barely lift their swords.
I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy. I heard a rumor that this land was once a kingdom of beastrons. I'm all talked out, Master. Perhaps another time. Where to next, Arisen? I'm not sure I've any idea.
Slow and steady gets the job done.
It's a thankless job, this.
Hmm? Oh, 'tis you! You're the good sir who aided me in Melve. Thank you again, sir. You don't know how grateful
I'll go and open the chest.
Well then, son, how might I be of service?
This really is just know.
This part's a little different as well.
Good day, sir.
Welcome to Bjorn's Armory. You'll find only pieces of the finest quality line these shelves, and quality's what you need if you want to survive. So before you check the price, just remember, misers die early deaths. Many thanks. I appreciate the business.
Now, there's a worthy prize. If only 'tweren't so far away.
Is there naught being done to make safe the roads?
I've heard some interesting tidings about... town.
If you refer to changes in the military's makeup, I've heard the same.
Indeed. Tell is, there's been a shift in the chain of command.
Must hold out till someone comes to me.
I'll harvest what I can, should it please you.
My fur stands on end. No one will disturb me here.
Days like this make me glad to be alive.
A fine spot to take my mind off my troubles.
Not sure what they expect. I'm no fool, come on.
There's comfort in calming down the daily life.
Haste
you run so fast? I can hardly keep you in my sights, Arisen.
No time to catch your breath. Try to keep up.
Couldn't hurt to rest my feet a moment.
There's no way out of this.
Tranquil places such as this.
Lovely.
Some call it culture, I call it dull.
I could use a bit of peace and quiet. This is my favorite place in all the town. Something good will come of today. I just know it. Something good will come of today. I just know it.
Days, tiring work.
The monster's really scary.
Somehow my feet always carry
Let's
me.
make ready for the morrow.
Seems my humming would be unwelcome.
I might nod off if I'm not special.
Can't stomach places like this.
I don't tell half as many lies as my parents.
Here I can enjoy my own company.
Wish I could go on an adventure. Wish I could go on an adventure.
Oh dear. What am I to do?
I wish life was nothing but
I'll find someone to buy me a drink.
Wonder what room is the thing.
But to sweep and dust the poor thing. Oh dear. What am I to do? Hail, friend. Have you a spare moment? I've an eye for people, and my instincts tell me you're of trustworthy ilk. I'm in a bit of a quandary, you see. I'm to be gone for a week, with no one slated to mind the house in my stead. Fear not, I only ask your name to list as a tenant. You needn't bother yourself with the cleaning, and I don't expect you to stay cooped up in there neither. I'd be much obliged if you'd simply consider my home a waypoint on your travels. Sound appealing? Then come on by and have a look-see. I've taken the liberty... You've come. Glad to see you, friend. So, what say you? Would you care to live here in my absence? As I've many thanks, friend. I knew I could count on you. I'll stop.
We will find much better rest in an abode than out in the elements, methinks. Let us make good use of it while we can.
That's just what I was thinking.
Your Majesty, your timing is impeccable. I just thought to call for you. 'Tis not a matter for prying ears. Pray, let us speak out here.
Fine wares all.
As I informed you when last we spoke, the palace is filled with the Queen Regent's sycophants. Should Disa denounce your Majesty as a false arisen, few would elect to doubt her. Yet if we are to prove your identity, I believe there is no occasion more suitable than the coronation. It was delayed so that the sovereign, that is, the false arisen, could convalesce in the palace, but the date has now been set. The central players in the court ought all be in attendance. 'Twould be a fine opportunity to display your Majesty's power. None would be able to deny that you are the true arisen then. There is a problem, however. Entry to such an event is limited to the chosen few. Only select members of the nobility and citizens who have contributed greatly to Vermont's continued prosperity will be granted entry. If your Majesty is to be counted among them, you will need to attend to a number of tasks. Pray, allow me to summarize them for you. The citizenry have called upon my soldiers to cull monsters that plague the land. I dare say, 'twould be a fine contribution were you to accomplish these tasks unaided. What say you? Might I ask for your cooperation in this matter? I thank you, Your Majesty. There are 3 locales that have seen significant trouble of late. The first is Trevo Mine, to the northwest. We've had reports of goblins swarming in great numbers. Next is Half Village, west of Burnworth. I believe soldiers have already been dispatched to cull an infestation of saurians there. Finally, there is a call for someone to locate a group of soldiers tasked with delivering freight. They were last seen crossing the second bridge on the eastern edge of Vermont.
Off we go then.
There is much we ought to tend to. If we are to strengthen your Majesty, you will need to infiltrate the palace to gather evidence of Disa's misdeeds. I hesitate to ask something so dangerous of you, yet I fear we have few other options. I have attempted to do the same through my own channels for now, though I have yet to uncover so much as a whisper of her plots. Would that I could undertake the task myself, but my station prohibits me from reckless action. What say you, Your Majesty? Might I ask, I shall ensure that the door to the Queen Regent's office is open between midnight and dawn. Pray use that time to conduct your investigation. There is much we ought to tend to, if we are to strengthen your Majesty's claim. Of all those who serve the Queen Regent, there is but one who I have no doubt will lend his support to your Majesty's cause. I refer to Waldar, a magistrate. Many a time has Disa demanded Waldar amend the Code of Vermont to her own benefit, and many a time has the magistrate refused her, for he's loyal to none but the spirit of the law. As a result, he now sits in a cell beneath the palace. Our laws dictate that Your Majesty is our rightful ruler. Thus, as the staunchest supporter of the law known to the palace, I'm quite confident that Waldor will be willing to vouch for Your Majesty. What say you? Might you be willing to aid me in arranging the magistrate's release? I've prepared a means for you to enter the palace dungeons. Pray, take this. This mission demands the utmost secrecy. Prithee be cautious, Your Majesty. Should you be discovered, I will be unable to lend aught in the way of aid.
I'm glad of any business in these troubled times.
Welcome to the Star Drop Inn. We serve all manner of fine ales here. Shall I pour you a cup to start you off? Sit back, relax, and enjoy the finest brews in all of...
Prod me if you must, Master, but I've nothing more to say. Ready to tackle today's adventures, Arisen?
Greetings. Welcome to the Guild Hall. Here we conduct all manner of procedures pertaining to vocations. If there is aught I may assist you with, simply say the word. Have you found any of the items we discussed? Perchance. Forgive me, but I'm afraid we are not accepting registration for warriors or sorcerers at this time. You see, as we currently have no archer staves or great swords on hand, we are unable to outfit new members. And we cannot simply purchase more, as the delivery of arms intended for the local armory and other guilds in this domain was plundered by goblins. So regrettably, I cannot assist you. Unless you were to procure a weapon yourself, that is. Let me see. What else can I tell you of our guild? Methinks Roderick will be able to tell you aught of the stolen shipment. He runs the local armory, and we purchase almost all of our stock from him. May fortune smile upon you, sir.
Whence might we procure such a thing?
Wonder if it's too early for dinner.
Stomach's nothing harder than living in Oz for an early
Look.
Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Wonder how long this job's supposed to last.
Nice place, this. I mean,
Getting proper rest is an important duty in its own right. was just as daunting to battle Cyclopes there as here, and taking aim at their eyes no less thrilling. I've a feeling fortune shall favor us this day. I've a knack for gathering items, and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy. You are in good health, I trust, Arisen?